I used to get annoyed when I jumped on my opponent to get plus frames and they would poke me before I could poke them. Because in most cases it's supposed to be my turn when you jump on them. I also noticed online that I would get outpoked even though I had positive block advantage frames. I was positive on block. I thought this was an online problem, but I was wrong apparently. There's something wrong with the frame data displayed here. The math does not make sense. I think it's a bug or something. For example, Jade is plus 7 after this string and the startup is 11 frames. So the next startup should be 11 minus 7 equals 4 frames. Sub-Zero should not be able to punish me because 4 frames is faster than 6 frames. But look what happens here, he counters me. I decided to try and mash the follow-up thinking that my execution was late by a few frames. So here I'm recording the follow-up as just one hit and I click as fast as I can and he still beats me sometimes, but sometimes not. Let's try a 10 frame move as a follow-up. Now it counters. In the corner, it's no different. If I try to poke with my 7 frame down 1, he still outpokes me. My 7 frame poke is supposed to win every time. At least this beats him on his slower moves. Sometimes he loses, sometimes we both counter each other. And if we both counter each other, doesn't it mean that Jade's mid is 6 frames instead of 4 frames? Like it's telling us? It's telling us it's supposed to be 4 frames, but that's not the case. I went back to the tutorial to see if I missed something and no, plus frames indeed mean that your character is able to move and attack before your opponent can come out of block stun, so this should not happen. What is odd though is that frames are perfectly accurate when they are negative on block. This plus frames problem is a problem with the entire cast, not just Jade. Let's look at Liu Kang for example. Liu Kang's follow-up should be 7 frames, yet it gets countered by moves that are slower than 7 frames. This could be a hitbox issue, but when we do other slower attacks, it can't be a hitbox issue. This is a frames issue. Now let's look at Sub-Zero 4 block advantage and a 6 frame starter. Technically, if we do the math, this poke should be 2 frames. Maybe add a frame or 2 for the animation of crouching. I think it's 1 frame. Yet Jade outpokes him with a 7 frame poke. Again, the data is wrong. Let's try Sub-Zero standing 1 to remove a frame or 2 from the animation of crouching. His block advantage is 4 and his normal is 8. So his standing 1 should be 4 frames. Yet he gets beat by Jade. You can even land a 10 frame grab before he can poke you. Again, when the block advantage is negative, the math makes sense. It only does not make sense when the block advantage is positive. I'm extremely confused about this. If someone knows what the hell is going on, let me know, because I'm extremely confused and I want to know what is going on.